Sean, KK, Sean. It's been a whole 3 seconds. Tales of the Jedi. This is episode 3 and 4.
Yep.
Okay, what happened in the last episodes of Tales of the Jedi?
We have to cover it. So the first episode, Life and Death, was about Ahsoka, baby Ahsoka.
Mm-hmm.
We saw a bit about parents. You know, it wasn't really that much to it. I guess it was kind of just showing you an example of how young a Jedi or a Force-sensitive child can be, and the early experiences. Like, he looked like a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah.
Had kidnapped her while her mother took her out on like her first hunting trip
to get some goat kangaroo meat.
And when the tiger thing was eventually going to try and kill her, she had kind of used the Force to kind of
mind trick it.
Yeah, like
this is not the baby you want to eat.
I thought it was more of like do you know what Kanan does in Rebels?
Yeah.
Kind of bonds with it, kind of, you know. And obviously her villagers and her family realise that she's a Jedi. And then episode 2, Justice, was focused on Count Dooku and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yep.
While Qui-Gon was still his apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
They went to this like village somewhere after looking for a kidnapped senator's son.
Yes.
And we kind of saw Dooku's kind of his early annoyances with the Senate and what will eventually become the Jedi Order, the corruption, you know, the senator just neglected his people. He doesn't really seem to care.
Yeah.
However, his son seems like he does, so hopefully the cycle ends there. But yeah, Dooku kind of, you know, he was force choking the dad and being all kinds of cool with his lightsaber.
He was being all kinds of cool with his cool lightsaber. Just for those who don't know, Count Dooku has the coolest of the lightsabers. Literally a lightsaber designed for dueling.
I wonder if it would be more difficult to use it because it's curved. Like, do you reckon
it's harder, and it also, the reason it's really hard as well is because you essentially use the other person's technique against them. But the lightsaber, the reason it's curled is it's designed more for dueling.
Right.
Whereas like the normal straight ones, I can't explain the physics behind it, but the normal straight ones aren't designed. And because it's been...
Is it because that's more of like a pokey, and that's more of like a...
Sorry, it's not that it's designed just for dueling, it's for designed for dueling other lightsaber users. You know what I mean? So like, the Jedi don't really need dueling lightsabers because the Sith have been extinct for a millennia. Right. Whereas when Dooku gets
makes sense.
He
it's kind of interesting that he would choose that design then, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep, he's awesome.
This early.
So let's watch episode 3 and 4. First one's called Choices. Play now. That's the... Watch, listen.
I want to say like...
See? Told you. Literally, I defy you to tell me another lightsaber wielder who has a cooler lightsaber than Count Dooku. No one does. The only maybe exception would be Obi-Wan's Revenge of the Sith.
I do like Obi-Wan's.
I also like Qui-Gon Jinn's, but Dooku has the coolest.
Since we are not members of the Council, we cannot involve ourselves in local political skirmishes unless requested by the Jedi High Council or...
Oh, he's not a member of the Council yet.
My friend?
The dogmatic.
He seems quite similar to like Anakin, I would say, doesn't he? He's not necessarily a bad person, but he likes to kind of bend the rules a bit.
Yeah.
Later becomes corrupt.
Oh, Dooku. Dooku doesn't become corrupt.
I would say he does.
I mean, turns to the dark side, which is fair enough, but he's not like an Anakin who turns because of raw emotion. He turns because the Senate and the Jedi are completely corrupt.
I will take you to Senator Larrick.
Oh, look at his fingers. They're like claws.
Your kind words fall on deaf ears. That's what I'm saying.
I was at my residence on Coruscant when I was contacted by these rebels. Considering they were threatening war,
He said the word.
I decided to return to Raxus. Being the Jedi that she was, she refused to let me out of her sight.
Which planet is Raxus?
And she paid for it.
I feel like I've heard that before.
You have. It's in Clone
Senator,
Wars.
we've taken enough of your time. If you can show us where Master Katri's body is.
Not likely.
Whoever the voice actor is that's doing Dooku is like, really impressive.
No. Not quite as impressive as me. I think I sound more like Christopher Lee than him, but you know. He's okay.
Oh, it looks pretty.
Yeah. Little woodland. We've definitely seen this in the trailer. Stuff's about to go down.
How many attackers were there, Senator?
It happened so fast. I couldn't give you an exact number. Master Katri exited the ship first, and before she could clear the area, they descended upon her.
Interesting.
Look at all the
Yeah.
marks on the tree.
It's far.
If Master Katri were fired upon here, why are there no blast marks on your ship?
I was going to say the
Damage.
ship's completely clean.
Judging from your description, someone fired from the direction of the ship.
For a Jedi to succumb to a surprise attack is rare. Unless that attack is from someone one would trust, like you. I will have the truth.
Oh. It's also really cool because his style lends itself to being one-handed. Oh, look at that! Nothing says cool like lightsabers in smoke. Stay.
Tell us what.
I wonder if these fellows have been contacted by a Dark Lord.
Tell us your reason for killing Master Katri.
We are part of a group who learned Larrick was using his ascendancy to become rich at the expense of our people and planet. He was willing to bleed Raxus dry. Jedi claim peace, but mostly keep law and order for the rich and powerful.
Katri was a
Oof.
Jedi. She would have listened.
Oh,
Would
that
she?
that struck a chord with him, didn't it?
Yeah, would she? That's what he's thinking. Would she have? Windu would. Windu
Windu
wouldn't
wouldn't
necessarily.
have. He wouldn't have even done all this. He would have just taken our body and left, wouldn't he?
Yep. Oh, I like political intrigue in Star Wars.
Your ideology, while faulty, does have its points.
I love Dooku. He's so cool. Dooku is literally one of the coolest
also,
characters.
It's interesting as well because it's showing you more of like more of people's like opinions of the Republic and of the senators and of the Jedi and.
If they continue to take everything the Senate says as law.
Luckily, we are guided by our council. Nor
Oh my word! How could a character be so cool? It's not fair that a character's that cool. Save some cool for the rest of us, Count Dooku. You sausage. I get so excited about things. I want one of those. That's how I want to be buried.
I was going to say the same thing.
We were talking about this a few weeks ago, about how we're going to be buried. I want one of them.
I'm told you will be presented with Master Catri's council seats.
I will.
Is this something you knew was happening before we left for Raxus?
I was as surprised as you are now.
Master Jedi.
Everything's so cool. This is like Game of Thrones, but in Star Wars. It's so cool. Now, you see there, we did not see Obi-Wan, and in the trailer we saw Obi-Wan at a Jedi's funeral. So another Jedi will be dying So,
How dare Dave Filoni do this? How dare he make this?
Just everything.
Just everything.
Everything Dave Filoni.
It's showing us, like, because there are multiple planets that are like, our senators are so corrupt, you know, and the Jedi just going around doing the
Senate's
bidding.
bidding, yeah.
It's like when they shouldn't be. They should be keeping the peace. They should be trying to bridge this conflict between the people and the senators, and
It's
it
the
makes
people that they should be
sense.
protecting, yeah.
It makes sense why there are so many people that go against the Jedi in the Senate and the Republic.
I enjoy Star Wars so much. Everything's so exciting. Is Dooku going to talk to Palpatine? That would be cool.
I wonder
He's gotten older in each episode.
time has passed.
Yeah.
Code accepted. Master Cipher DS.
Oh, yes!
Then,
That's Camino. Oh, everything's so cool.
deleted.
Oh my god.
Archive data.
So has he already been... What?
Yeah.
So he's already...
I don't know if he's turned fully yet, but he's definitely...
Is he having conversations with Palpatine, do you think? Surely, that...
Must be.
Who? Who is this? I feel like I'm looking at everyone with the hood going, who are you?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so this is Phantom Menace.
Had such an active imagination, as did
Oh, shut up, you old bag.
The quality valued less and less in these great halls.
Well said. I don't like Jocasta.
That's not... I was just going to say, that's not Yoda.
No, I know, but I know that was Qui-Gon, though.
Sorry, well, Mum.
I heard of your report to the council. Tell me about this mysterious attacker, Tatooine.
I encountered a highly skilled warrior, one obviously trained in the Jedi arts.
And you
Only bloody lame,
the
this.
Sith Lord.
Yes.
Speaking on behalf of the council, there's no reason to cause undue alarm.
So you doubt his
Because these two...
But it's that kind of thinking that, like, lets him be deceived for so long.
Council is to be cautious.
Before this, these two have already met.
Master Yaddle
Plagueis.
is right about one thing.
He acquits himself quite well.
That's good. I
Ah!
should like to meet him someday.
He's speaking very highly of him.
Oh.
Oh, farewell. Yeah, these two have already met Plagueis by this point.
Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Or Hago Damask, as he's known in his disguise. Because
Master
it's
Duke, are you all right?
They grow up
Plagueis
so
that-
fast.
that puts the idea in their heads about.
I imagined all of their species speak the same way. I'm hoping Grogu speaks the same way.
Hmm.
I don't like it.
I wonder if we're going to see Cypher Deus or... Oh, Palpatine. Ominous music. This is so exciting. Oh, I just wish they made everything at this time.
So is Cypher DS still alive at this time?
He
Is
will
everything
be,
with-
yeah.
Because why would he delete... Surely everything with Kamino's
no.
already been happening.
No, he
wasn't
might be.
He'd
He might be
dead,
dead.
wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Because if he's deleted the Kamino archives at this point...
Oh, is he going to meet Palpatine at
I doubt
Qui-Gon's funeral?
You hold them accountable.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
tried to warn them as well, didn't he, about the Sith, and they didn't take it. They didn't.
because at this
listen.
point in the book, I don't know. I'm sure it happens, but Maul and Plagueis die pretty much at exactly the same time,
So there's just Palpatine at this point.
and he needs a new apprentice, one far older and more powerful.
You're having fun, aren't you?
It's fun being a Star Wars fan again. Oh, Yaddle's chasing him. Is he going to kill Yaddle, do you think?
I imagine so. I'm sure it isn't. In the trailer, we saw one of the coffins, and we said it was really small, wasn't it?
Yep. Yep, because we see Obi-Wan. But I don't think we see Dooku at that funeral, do we?
No. No, both like. There's only a handful of characters who could be in that.
And we know that Dooku doesn't meet Obi-Wan until Attack of the Clones. I wonder if this is his and Palpatine's secret hiding spot. You know, that they meet in Attack on the Clones.
Gone too far.
All in service of our greater goals.
Is Yaddle just going to stumble into it?
I have done everything you asked.
And I will ask more of you if we are to succeed.
Look how young he is.
Yes, Camino, the clones.
Such is the price of freedom.
No.
Ooh, now's not the time.
Here, Sith Lord.
So I have been betrayed.
No.
Little smirk.
Dooku,
Just playing him like a
step
fiddle.
to me. Whatever your crimes are, help me now.
The Jedi blindly serve a corrupt Senate that fails the Republic it represents. You want to prove
sounds like-
loyalty?
He sounds really close to Ian McDiarmid, doesn't he?
I think it is. I think it is Ian McDiarmid.
Oh.
Ooh. Everything's cool again. I love it when he does that. Not moved. It's just, you know.
God, he does look so young, doesn't he?
I am
He
on
will
your
be.
side. I stepped down from my position on the council. You were right about so many things.
Well. Oh, there it is. He's laughing.
Oh, so she agreed. She stepped down and everything.
I think John Williams is burning the universe again. Can you hear it? I wonder if that
He's gonna
would.
just drop the thing on her.
I was going to say. I wonder if the. Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, well,
Oh well.
I
I was going to say that.
didn't think that was actually going to happen, but it,
My thing was that looked like a smile.
Well, my apprentice.
That's absolutely Ian McDiarmid. It's not the other guy. Not likely.
God, the music!
Yeah. I would have
How
John
dare
Williams.
they? How
I'd have-
dare they do this?
I would have John Williams is burning the world again.
One last cool show before the
Yeah.
fall.
I want only to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
Already so many have suffered for what you call order.
Then let me give you peace, Master Yaddle.
It's weird. Right, hold on. Let's check.
It's. I mean, it sounds so much like him, so surely it's got to be. Either that or whoever's doing it is like insane.
John Williams. Liam Neeson. Oh, yeah, Ian McDiarmid was definitely there.
Is he?
Yep. Ian McDiarmid, Darth Sidious, Liam Neeson. Bryce Dallas Howard! Legend!
Now, what do you think is going to be the last two episodes? Do you think it's going to be Ahsoka driven, or do you think it's going to be?
I left the thing. Yeah.
You think it'll be Ahsoka driven?
Well, the thing that's interesting is that it's gone in. It's followed time. I know that sounds like a silly thing to say, but it's
Like chronological order.
it's moving and yeah.
It's not like jumping around.
So like during this time before the Clone Wars, Ahsoka won't be all that involved in the story, but Dooku is obviously very prevalent in the story at this point.
Oh yeah.
So the last two episodes
Practice
are
makes
perfect.
perfect and resolve.
Resolve.
Surely there must be Ahsoka, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Everything's cool. I like it when Star Wars is cool.
I like that. It was good. It was good. Again, it's one of those things, and it's like they might not have needed to do it. There might be people that are arguing, well, why aren't they, doing more like live action movies? Why aren't they doing this? Why aren't they doing that? But in that, like, 20 minutes?
If that.
I feel like we've learned more about the characters than potentially what we in some live action movies and shows. Because a lot of the time in movies and shows, it's like they only have limited time, and there's a lot of characters, and there's a lot of story to tell, and they're trying to, be quick with it. And with stuff like this, it's like when it's focusing on one character and his relationship with other characters and like the organizations or like the senates and stuff. It's like
the other thing as well about Dooku is that if you just go off the films, Dooku is essentially just an underling bad guy. He's not all that important. He's essentially the face of Palpatine's plot. You know what I mean? Where Palpatine's working in the background, Dooku's like the one who's...
He's the one everyone...
everyone's after, but it's not really his plot. But when you actually look into his story, away from the films, he's actually a very cool character. So I'm glad that it's given someone like Dooku the chance to be...
But he was a lot more prevalent in the Clone Wars, wasn't he, than in the movies.
Yeah. But this just makes me want a Plagueis, either show or film, because
it seems like they're trying to fill in the gaps, aren't they? With a lot of the shows and stuff they're doing, they're kind of trying to like the years in between certain movies and like the big jumps that goes between like the originals and the prequels. And
the thing is, we know that we see Attack of the Clones Obi-Wan, but he's also in his Clone Wars gear in the next episode.
Yeah, because he's got the mullet, but he's got the armor, hasn't he?
The armor,
yeah.
So I suppose we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I want to play this show now. Get Hago Damaski and get all these people, because it doesn't. The films don't do a job of telling you how much of this is Plagueis' fault. The plan with the clones and everything comes from him.
Well, it was his plan, wasn't it? It was his.
Yeah, he essentially recruits Cypher Dyas and Count Dooku. Obviously, he gets Palpatine involved. He also helps Palpatine get into the Senate, become Chancellor.
I like the fact though as well with this, it's showing you more like in the movies. It kind of it was very black and white. You have the Jedi who are the good guys, you have the Sith who are the bad guys. But in this, it's like it's not that simple. Each of them have their own opinions on the corruptions of the other side, and it's one of those things where if you stood in the middle, you'd say, well, which side would you think you would fall on? I don't even know if I would be a Jedi, if I would choose to be a Jedi. It's like when you think about all like the rules and like how strict it is.
I would like to think I would be a Qui-Gon. Like I would be a Jedi, but I would also be one of the Jedi that the Jedi don't like because I'm not just a sheep.
Yeah. But then it's like it's two extremes, isn't it? It's like a table. They're each on opposite ends, and there's that kind of like little bit in the middle that's like the sweet spot that everyone wants to be in.
Well, on my opinion, Dooku and Qui-Gon are essentially the same person, but on different ends, different sides of the argument. Like they both have pretty much exactly the same ideals. But Qui-Gon falls on the side of the Jedi, Dooku falls on the side of the Sith. Dooku's not doing this for terrible, horrific, evil reasons like Palpatine is. He wants...
Yeah, but he still was manipulated.
Oh,
that episode, you can tell he was manipulated.
Everyone's manipulated by Palpatine. And that's the point.
Because again, though, in the movies, it just makes it seem like, oh, he's just a bad guy, and he's just trying to
Palpatine
bad guy stuff. But it's like actually like his motivations and his reasons behind even joining Palpatine was actually not malicious at all.
Yeah, there's a reason his eyes never turn yellow, because he's not like
he's not just born out of hatred.
Yeah. Yep. So that was us watching episode 3 and 4. We've only got 2 left. I'm already sad. But
I mean, I hope they do more and explore more characters.
Who knows?
They haven't got a shortage of characters that they can go off. Just give us Plo Koon. Just give us a whole season on Plo Koon.
Not to me. Just him saying that a bunch of times.
I mean, I'm sure Dave Filoni would if he got the chance. So just do it already.
Let us know what you think down in the comments. Like the video, subscribe, ding the bell to be notified when we upload. We upload every day. Anything else you want to say?
How dare Dave Filoni do this? You can tell, like, you can just... To me, it's like, it doesn't even matter what it is, what the show is about, who the characters are in it. If Dave Filoni has any kind of say in it, I know I'm going to like it.
It feels like every new show that comes out that involves Dave Filoni in any capacity is basically another statement, like another letter of intent by him saying, give me Kathleen Kennedy's job. Because eventually Disney are going to have to go, well, we can't argue against him anymore. You did the sequels. Look what he's doing. He's doing 16-minute vignettes that people love.
The thing is, though, and I feel like the issue is, it's a negativity about animated shows, isn't it? For some reason, despite how good they are, it seems like Disney doesn't value animated shows as much as they should.
Series? Doesn't feel like it values any, especially if it's not main character. If it doesn't involve like a Skywalker or a thing, then it can't be as big as anything else. Look what they did with Solo.
I feel like that's why they're reluctant to do anything else other than the Skywalker saga.
Did you know that it's been 10 years since Disney acquired Lucasfilm? And what legacy have they left? There's still like scraps of resistance of people who think the sequels were good. Right, you know, a few people who are literally at this point just going, no, they were good, and I think they're good only because you don't think that they're good. That's the only reason they think they're good.
The issue is, though, is there's now like whole generations that are going to grow up watching those movies, and like, I remember like watching Star Wars, like coming home from school and you're chucking on like Revenge of the Sith and stuff. Like, that was like...
I remember going to see it in the cinema.
It's like, we grew up on the prequels.
Do you know what it's going to be now? It's going to be when my dad sat me down as a child and said, no, the prequels aren't as good as the sequels, because when the originals came out,
yeah,
you know,
and then we're going to do that to our kids. So the sequels aren't as good as the prequels.
It's not even going to be that, though. It's literally just going to be me going, the sequels aren't good. The prequels were objectively bad when they first came out.
They'll be your last words before you die.
Yeah.
You'll whisper into someone, the sequels are still terrible.
Yeah. Before that beam of light comes down. Yeah. Enough comedy. Thank you for watching. Oh, I just snotted.
I need to know.